hold on to your hats because Stephanie Jenkins is back in the spotlight. And this time the drama involves some seriously sketchy cat capers that have fans clutching their pearls. You remember Stephanie, right? The TikTok mom who was officially banned from owning pets for a whole 2 years after a mess of neglect allegations? Well, just when we thought she was out of the pet game, rumors started swirling that there might be a furry little stowaway hiding out in her motel room, right where her kids eat, sleep, and apparently coexist with whatever crazy storyline she's spinning now. Spoiler alert, this isn't your average TikTok drama anymore. It's turning into an episode of Animal Planet meets primetime reality TV. It all kicked off with Stephanie's classic tearjerker TikTok series. Mascara running, shaky hands, the whole 9 yards. She broke down about giving up her cats, talking about how heartbreaking it was for her daughters who were left devastated and emotionally scarred. Sounds like a soft pivot to sympathy, right?
Okay, so let's talk about it. So we received 3 citations for the cats that we quote-unquote abandoned. And I wanted to just kind of go over that a little bit. So when I went and talked to the animal control lady, I kind of just ran this theory by her. From a logical point of view, like, we don't have anything to do with these cats at this point. We can't find resources. The resources or the people who have reached out to me haven't been legitimate about it because, let's be honest, you weren't serious about helping until it could bring clout to you. Beside that point, I let her know, like, these are strays that we brought in and we took care of them to the best of our abilities. At this point, we just can't take them with us and we're letting them back out. And another thing that I mentioned was that this community, this apartment complex, there's a ton of stray cats. There's a lot. And everybody in that apartment complex puts food out. We all just took our turns taking care of the cats out there. None of the cats out there were skinny, scrawny strays. You go in that apartment complex, look at all of them running around. They all look like they belong to someone, but they were all freaking strays. Anyways, so I said, we can't keep them. We have to let them back out. Are we really held accountable for these cats that we can't keep anymore? And she said, technically, no. If it was a stray you took in and you're letting them back out into the wild, that's not on you. So why I have 2 citations for 2 strays, I don't know. Conscious, I completely understand. She was my baby, and it breaks my freaking heart that I don't have her. It breaks my heart that we don't have any of our cats. Honestly, every day it's been, we miss the heck out of our cats. We look at our pictures of them all the time. We kept some of their toys and things. Like, it wasn't easy to have to do that. And come on, man. You try to understand if you haven't been there. There's people who do understand, and those are the people that relate to us. So take with it what you will. I miss our cats. I never would have made that choice if I didn't freaking have to.
But hold your applause, because this is the same woman who casually dumped 5 cats like yesterday's trash, boxed up and tossed them near Dempster, leaving the world to wonder what kind of shelter cruelty was going on behind the scenes. And when fans grilled her about it, she spun the whole, "I called shelters and animal control, but they wouldn't take them" tale. Except guess what? People did their homework and called those shelters themselves. Lo and behold, there was plenty of room. Even Stephanie's own mother reportedly offered to take in the cats, but Steph said no. And suddenly that no choice excuse fell apart like a bad reality show plot twist.
We will not have indoor cats when we move.
So I've been holding on to the secret that I found through a video that Brazilian Jenkins, Stephanie Jenkins posted, and I haven't said anything. Some that I just read just clarified that I knew I wasn't nuts. So if you guys don't remember how she kicked out, abandoned her 2 cats.
Never wanted to abandon these cats.
Hi, I was wondering if you guys accept taking cats.
From my research, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but all of the shelters and sanctuaries in my area are tapped out for resources. I wasn't able to find any family or friends to take them while we try to figure this whole situation out.
You would think that somebody living in a motel room with a family of 7, 5 children, just had a baby. Why would you want a cat? So the proof that I found this on August 5th, and I didn't post about it because I honestly I don't know. I didn't want to believe it, to be honest with you. And then I see this.
So I definitely hoped I wasn't going to get to...
That's cat food. So you kicked out your 2 cats.
Because I don't want these fur babies actually to be abandoned. That's the last thing I freaking want.
And you take in another cat at a motel. So when you leave the motel, you can abandon this cat too. Honestly, there's no words. I truly, there's no words.
Then enters the real MVP of this saga, Shale. This angel swooped in and took in one of Stephanie's abandoned cats, Milo, a poor thing battling inflamed skin and flea infestations that looked like a lost cause. You'd think Stephanie would sing Shale's praises for saving her feline, right? Nah, instead, she threw shade, accusing Shale of cloud chasing. Yes, really. Instead of a thank you, we got accusations. The audacity was strong with this one. And just when you thought it couldn't get any juicier, Stephanie drops a quick clip covering her baby's face with giant stickers and blurring out what the kid's holding. Social media detectives slowed this one way down, and what did they see? A gray and white furball that's so alive it practically prowled right off the screen. Viewers were shook, convinced she was hiding a cat in plain sight while claiming otherwise.
So there have been a handful of comments under my post and also a handful of creators talking about how Stephanie Jenkins got a new cat. And there are certain things I will give you that indicate that she did get a new cat, but I'm not 100% convinced. Somebody just sent me this screenshot today, and I'm not gonna lie, I zoomed all the way in, tried to make the picture look as clear as possible. I can't see a cat. I cannot see what you guys are saying in this photo in particular. Would I be surprised? Absolutely not. Obviously, Stephanie is not the best person. It would make so much sense if she actually did get a new cat for herself and for the girls, because do you guys remember just a week or two ago when she was crying on FB with how remorseful she was and regretful that she got rid of the cats? And it makes sense that she would get the girls a new cat just to make them feel better and make her look like a better mom, because look at the situation they're in. It's so Stephanie coded if she actually did get the girls a new cat. Another creator, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. If I can find her and tag her, I will. She shared this screenshot of what appears to be little pellets of cat food that Stephanie's cleaning up off the ground. I mean, what else would this be? Like little raisins that the baby dropped? I don't know. It looks like cat food to me, but I'm just still not convinced that Stephanie is that stupid. Like, that she would do this. She would get another cat and bring it into the motel room. Now, let's bring it back to a couple days ago to the video that Stephanie posted that basically got everyone riled up in the first place. The one with the little pink heart emojis over the kids' faces. I am going to show that clip next, a very short little bit of it, zoomed all the way in and slowed all the way down.
I'm not a genius, I just Googled all this for you, okay? And some of the benefits of honey are immunity support, heart health, great to take during flu season as well as allergy season. It can help you with a cough.
It does kind of look like a cat. Like, I will say it does look like a cat, but it could also be a stuffed animal because I don't really see the animal in question moving, and it's also like extremely blurry of a video. Like, I have yet to see a clear-cut picture or proof that Stephanie actually has a cat in the motel room, because this is like, it's a pretty big deal. She's legally not allowed to have another cat. She could get potentially arrested, or at the very least a ginormous fine.
But that's not all. In a later video, Stephanie is sweeping her motel room floor, and if you zoom in closely, there's a suspicious little item in the corner. A pet food bowl, the kind you pick up from PetSmart or Dollar Tree, labeled "All for my fur baby." Now that's a clear signal she's got some furry friend feeding time going on, right? Despite all the smoke and mirrors, Stephanie insists she's playing clean. She jumped on a live stream denying all the allegations, saying, "There's no cat here, nothing, clean as a whistle," like she just walked out of a spotless inspection. But animal control wasn't having it. They reportedly showed up at Stephanie's motel, swept every corner of that motel room, and claimed they found zero evidence of any pets. And with Stephanie, you know the game isn't over. Since then, the internet's been buzzing with theories. Did she sneak her feline out before the sweep? Was she plotting the ultimate pet heist? Or was there no cat to begin with, and this whole saga is just a high-stakes game of hide-and-seek with viewers? But hold up, fam, because the real kicker here is that this whole mess might just be the ultimate attention bait. Yep, a calculated, masterclass level move to stir the pot, ramp up those views, and drown TikTok in drama juice. And honestly, my personal favorite takeaway, does it even matter? Because this is textbook Stephanie Jenkins chaos, a cocktail of denial, drama, and a storyline that just never ends. Whether the cat was really there or just a ghost story, the real star is the mess she's crafting behind the scenes. Let's break down the wild possibilities, because with Stephanie, simple is never on the menu. It's always one part chaos, one part cover-up, with a sprinkle of both for flavor. The theories are flying faster than her latest TikTok algorithm hits, so here's the lowdown. Option 1, and probably the juiciest, maybe there isn't even a cat. Say what? Hear me out. Stephanie's been playing the social media game long enough to know that mystery plus suspicion equals engagement. So she drops vague videos, serves up cryptic clips with some dramatic editing and spooky background sounds, and just lets the internet lose it, all without confirming or denying a single thing. The best part? She never actually has to do anything. Just watch the comment wars unfold while she's sipping her tea in the background. Classic Stephanie move. If this is true, she basically ghosted us all with a full-on phantom feline. Then there's the cat confession theory that feels a little too real to ignore. Someone slid into the comments and dropped a bomb. Allegedly, Stephanie admitted she's had a cat for a while now, calling it part of the family and saying her daughter loves it. Now, that sounds like a confession wrinkle, except plot twist, some eagle-eyed fans noticed the comment didn't have Stephanie's usual profile pic, sparking conspiracy theories that it was a burner account or a fake comment set up to stir more drama. The jury's still out on this one, but with how she dances around every direct question and refuses to flat-out deny, it's smelling mighty suspicious. If there was a cat, safe bet it was hiding by the window or tucked away in the car the moment animal control showed up. And then there's the softest but still messy scenario. Stephanie technically doesn't own the cat. Maybe she's just the unofficial cat caterer feeding some stray outside the motel like, oh, it's not mine, it just swings by for snacks. Yeah, right. Remember that video where she covered her kid's face and blurred out the suspicious thing the kid hold? That might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. And listen, feeding or housing a pet when banned is still breaking the rules. No loopholes allowed. Whichever way you slice it, the whole thing is a hot, sloppy mess. Because if it ain't 3 overlapping plot lines, it ain't a Stephanie Jenkins saga. But here's the truth bomb. If she did have a cat stashed in that motel, girl, this isn't a casual oopsie. It's a bold, in-your-face violation of the rules put in place for a reason, likely because of her past alleged mistreatment. We're not just talking internet shade here, real animals' lives are on the line. And think about it, bringing a cat into that motel circus where her kids are constantly on camera amid chaos and confusion isn't love, it's control. It's ego on full display screaming, I'll do what I want and nobody can stop me. She's not trying to create a safe space, she's proving she can break the rules and walk away scot-free like she always seems to do. Big props to animal control, by the way. They showed up like lightning, faster than CPS responding to a call. They clearly knew the drill but caught no furry culprits in the act, so they had to bounce. Stephanie, she's been living in that legal gray area like a pro for months, playing the game, dodging bullets, and leaving the rest of us watching the chaos unfold. So here we are, stuck on this never-ending carousel of drama, watching Stephanie slip through the cracks, cry on live, throw shade, and somehow always come out unscathed. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and honestly, it's exhausting. My verdict? Stephanie Jenkins might be the undisputed queen of denial, but even queens trip sometimes. Cat or no cat, the pattern's the same. Stir drama, play victim, drop half-hearted apologies, rinse and repeat. She's raised suspicions, dropped cat food evidence, and if that poor fur baby really is involved, made another innocent life part of her endless content circus. So, what do y'all think? Was there really a cat in that motel? Did Stephanie spill the tea, or was it just another burner account stirring and tot? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like if you're as over the saga as we are, and don't forget to subscribe, because with Stephanie Jenkins, there's always a next episode, and it usually drops before you've even had time to finish your popcorn.